hope you guys have successfully downloaded the Xcode. Now, let's just open it to see the user interface of it. So I'll search Xcode. And this is how it will open. So it will show the version that I'm using, 26.1.1. We will have three options: create new project, clone from a Git repository, or open existing project. As we are creating a new project, so let's just click on create new project. And it will ask what kind of app that we want to create, like whether it is for iOS, macOS, or any other OS. We can even select multi-platform. That will create app for that will be supported on multiple platforms, including iOS, macOS. So for now, we'll be selecting iOS, as this course is majorly on iOS. So I will select iOS. I will select app. I will click next. Product name, as this course is just for overview, so I will say interface overview. Organization ID, interface, I will leave all of them as it is. We'll be discussing it more in upcoming lectures. For now, I want to just show you guys the interface of Xcode. Don't worry if you don't understand these things. We are going to discuss it in next lectures. Okay, so now that our Xcode is open, in the center you can see the code editor where the code is written, like the content view. And on the right hand side is the preview of the code that we have written here. So inside the content view, we have an image and a text in a vertical stack. Don't worry if you don't understand the code right now. Obviously, we will be learning it in the upcoming lectures. So V stack means a vertical stack, which means one element down the another. So we have an image globe, as you can see on the right hand side, and below it we have a text called hello world, which we can see below the globe icon. So whatever we write here, the preview of it will be visible on the right hand side. So let's say if I edit it, if I make it 111, you will see on the right hand side the preview is also updated. Alright, so if we talk about the left panel, in the left hand panel we have all the folder and files we can see here. So this is basically the project navigator. We call it project navigator. Here we are able to see all the files that are available in our project. So our iOS app will have multiple files, obviously. These 2-3 files are being generated by Xcode whenever we are creating a new project. So this is just a template to give you a head start on creating the app. This content view and this app file, they are both in Swift. We will be learning more about it in upcoming lectures. This assets folder is where you store all the images and icons that you are going to use in your application. Even the app icon and the primary colors all are stored here in the assets. On the right hand side of it is the source control navigator. So when you are working in a team, you have multiple people, and when you are working in an organization, you want that your code is stored safely on the server. So for this we have GitHub. GitHub is like a source control where you can store all the changes that you have made on a server, and you can fetch from it. You can take a pull, you can push your changes. Some other member of your team who is working on it, he can then pull those changes, make the changes, and then push them again. We'll be learning more about it. So I'm just giving you an overview of what GitHub is. Next to it is a bookmark icon. Bookmark is basically when you have too many files in your project. Maybe there are times when you want to go back to some line of code, and because there are so many files, it becomes very difficult to remember that what line of code you wanted to go on. So for that we have this bookmark option. So let's say I want to bookmark this line number 20. I can go to this bookmark, then click on this 3 dots here and select bookmark content view line number 20. It will add a bookmark icon here. Also in this bookmark tab, I can see content view line number 20. So let's say I navigated to this line, this file, and I want to go back to the bookmark that I created. I can just click on it and it will take me back to the line of code that I bookmarked. Next is our find navigator. So I think you already familiar with it. Here, if you want to search something in your project, you can just write it here. Like if I want to search globe, it will search in the entire project and show the results. You can even use replace. So let's say if you want to replace globe with some other names, let's say global, it will replace all this. You can see this globe has been replaced by global. Let's reset it back to globe. Next, we have this warning icon. This is called issue navigator. So when you are running your application, there may be some warnings or issues in your app. All the warnings will be listed down here, so you can easily take a look and fix those. Next, we have test navigator. So this test navigator is used when we have unit test cases or UI test cases written in our application, and we want to run those test cases. All the report and everything will be built inside this test navigator. Next, we have debug session. We'll be creating a debug session in few minutes to show you what it is. But for an overview, whenever we run the application, we want to know how much memory it is taking, how much CPU usage is there, how much battery it is consuming. So when we run the application, this debug navigator will show all these data inside here. This is breakpoint navigator. Breakpoints are used while debugging the application. We will discuss it more in upcoming lectures. Then we have the reports. Reports are whenever you build the application, it generates a report. Maybe the build failed or there was some issues. So everything will be listed down here. And on the right hand side, we have the preview. For this preview also, we have a lot of options at the bottom, as you can see. One of the option is to run it, which is this play button. Then there's a icon button. You can select this arrow button, sorry. You can select this and then you can tap on this UI element and it will show what line of code this component is referring to. Then we have some other customizations also available. So if you click on it, so you can select color scheme variants if you want to show it in light mode or dark mode, orientation variants, dynamic type variants. So if you select any of this, the canvas will show in light mode as well as in dark mode. So and let's remove this. Now if I select this, this is canvas device setting. If you want to change the color scheme, let's say I want to show dark mode, I can select here. Orientation, whether I want to show it in landscape left or landscape right, I can select here. Dynamic type means whether I want to show the icon as large, extra large. So I can select here too. So this is basically to test your app in different device settings. Mostly we'll be using this color scheme and orientation throughout our course. For now, just remove it. And you can select here the iPhone simulators. If you want to run on iPhone or iPad, you can just select the device here. Like currently the iPhone 17 Pro is selected. So that is why our preview is in iPhone 17 Pro device. If you want to change it, you can change it from here. Then we have plus minus zoom buttons, which will help in zooming the simulator. Then we also have a right panel, which is hidden here. You can tap on it to show it. This will have the details of the file, nothing much. This is the version history. So let's say you have worked on it and committed it on Git 10 to 15 times. So it will show the history of all the commits that have been made on this file. Then we have quick help icon. So if you are stuck somewhere, I will definitely ask you to try this out. You can search documentation for any of the issues that you have. And the best thing that is available in this Xcode version is using this icon. Using this icon, you can actually chat with GPT inside your Xcode only. No more switching to chat GPT or any other AI tool to get the help. all the help is available inside this Xcode IDE only. Even it can generate code for you and update it inside your code editor too. Let me show you a demo. So create a counter app inside content view. So I gave it the command and it will start generating the code as well as it will update my code editor here. So you can see all the changes it has made without you doing anything. It just generated all the code and updated it in content view file. And our preview is reloading. So we So you can see it automatically generated all the code from just one simple command, and it wrote down all the code in our code editor. And even we have the running app too. If we click this play button, our app is working. If I press plus button, our counter is increasing. If we press the minus button, our counter is decreasing. Then we have reset button, then again plus minus. So you can see using just one line of command, we are able to generate the whole code base. So I really like this coding assistant which Xcode has integrated in itself. It is very helpful, and you will really enjoy developing iOS applications because of this coding assistant. And here we have a stop and run button. So if you click on it, it will start creating the app and run in an actual simulator. Before running, let's just also see the bottom bar, which is a little small icon here. If you click on it, it will open a bottom view here. This bottom view is actually a debugger area. So this area is useful when you want to debug something. Let's say I add a line of code which says on up here, print hello right collapse. So what this line means is whenever this view or whenever this screen is visible, just print hello Ratic labs in the debug area. So as you can see, we have hello Ratic labs printed in the debug area. Also, you don't need to memorize everything. There may be some things which you might not have understand or which might have gone from above your mind. That is completely okay. Uh, you will be learning more and more when we are developing real applications. So it's completely okay if you didn't understand a few things. You can go back again and replay the lecture. This section is called the minimap. So this is like a quick walkthrough of the code base. So let's say if you have placed any breakpoint, you can just see it all here. If there's some error in the code base, everything will be visible here. You can see a small violet light which indicates the bookmark. So you can directly scroll it here. So this just so that you can get an idea if there's some warning, it will be highlighted in yellow color, and you can easily scroll down here. So let's say if you have thousands line of code, this mini map makes it very easier to see which line of code is giving the warning or where you have added the bookmark. So this is very useful. Now, there may be times when you don't want to see the canvas every time because sometimes canvas takes a lot of memory, and the development process also becomes very slow. If you have a good map, then you don't need to worry, but in most of the cases it sometimes make the IDE lag. So most of the time when I'm not working on very complex UI, or I'm working on the view models which don't actually need the UI, so I just remove the canvas. So you can see write down the whole code base here without even looking at the canvas, and this even makes the development a little faster. If you want to see it again, you can directly click here and select canvas, so it will be visible again. If you want to work on two files side by side, you can just press this plus button and it will add a new tab. So if you want to, let's say, open this interface overview, then both will be available as a tab. You can even split screen, so show one code base on the left hand side and the other on the right hand side. Before that, let's just remove this canvas. We will click on this plus button and editor pane on right. If we select this, then we can see a second file opened on the right hand side. We can even change it to some other file. So you can work on two files right side by side. Alright, so let's remove this now to explore more, and I'll reset everything to the basic like it was. Now let's just run it in simulator. So there's this build button. Let's just play this build button and it will run our application on iPhone 17 Pro. And there are many other devices also available which you can select. Currently we have selected iPhone 17 Pro. And now you can see that our counter app is running on an actual iOS simulator. And you may have noticed one thing more. When we run the application on the simulator, our canvas has paused. So because we are already running the application in simulator, so this canvas is paused so that more memory can be given to this simulator. And in the debug also you can see now there are two tabs here, executable and canvas. Canvas is when we were debugging in this area, in this device, which was available in canvas. And executable is the debug area for the application that we are running in simulator. Also, you can see that here the debug navigator has activated and we can see how much CPU usage our app is taking, the memory it is taking, which is 26 MB, the disk space it is taking, and the network it is consuming. So this is how it looks when you run the application in simulator. It will tell you about all the details, all the memory consumption, CPU usage, everything. Um, so yeah, I think that's enough for this lecture. So yeah, you got an idea about the Xcode interface, what different options are, how you can use AI in Xcode, and how you can run the application, how you can switch from light and dark mode, how you can add bookmarks. There are still a lot of things to explore, but we will be exploring it one by one, lecture by lecture. In the next video, we will be creating our first SwiftUI project, and all the options that we got at the starting of the lecture when we were creating the project, uh, organization name and everything, we'll be exploring more in this upcoming lecture. So I'll see you guys there.